Hi everyone, I am Ratika Mangal and welcome to Fit with Raj Ratika. So today our niche is all about working on self-esteem. So to enlighten this and elaborate it, today we have a communication and a public speaking coach, the very brilliant Akshat Srivastava. Hi Akshat and welcome to Whip with Raj Ratika.
I'm very happy to be here, Radhika. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Akshat. It's our pleasure to have you. So, Akshat, today our niche is all about working on self-esteem, right? So, first of all, I would love to know from you that what's your perception in relation to self-esteem? What do you think the self-esteem is all about?
Self-esteem is about how we perceive ourselves.
Okay.
So there are moments in our life when things sometimes go really bad and we perceive ourselves very negatively. And sometimes when things go very good, we perceive ourselves very positively. It's about how we think about how we are doing it. No matter what challenges life is throwing at us, no matter how things are happening outside, how we perceive ourselves in any situation is our self-esteem.
So that
It
means
might
we are,
change.
like, say, for an example, if we are perceiving ourselves in a negative way, so that also comes in a self-esteem.
Absolutely. If I perceive myself that I'm not good enough, or something is wrong with me,
Mhm.
or I don't work hard, or I don't play well, or I don't study well, everything we say ourselves affect our self-esteem in some way. It's very
Okay.
important that we say good and positive words to ourselves.
All
So that's
right.
how self-esteem works.
Actually, there are always two sides, that is positive as well as negativity. So we need to burden on the negativity side also rather than seeing only the positive side. Right? We only
Absolutely.
regret the negative one, but that's the need of that built us. So it's very, very
Right.
important that we need to upgrade ourselves by seeing the negativity and by overcoming the negativity. Right.
Right.
So, all right,
So we
Akshat,
need to
you
be
know.
very realistic. We need to be very realistic in this.
Exactly, absolutely right. So, Akshat, in today's time, we just mix up the self esteem with the ego. That we do have an attitude that somewhere relates to our ego that spoils our self esteem. So, what do you think is the difference between the ego or self esteem, or like both these words are same, or like what's the difference between the two? Was there any difference between the two of them?
Very good question, Radhika. Now, self-esteem is how I perceive myself, right?
Okay.
Now, ego is when someone perceives themselves negatively and they overestimate themselves, their worth. They overestimate their worth. They think they're the champions or they are the stars, which is in a way good, but in an exaggerated way. A
Okay.
person with low self-esteem can also have ego,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
So, ego is something that's not based on reality,
Mhm.
but self-esteem is something that's actually based on reality. Now, let me tell you something very interesting. We go back 20, 30, 40 years ago, our parents used to, they used to criticize themselves so that they could push themselves to do something. Now, that generation required criticism to push people into action. But right now, in our generation, we have social media, we have so many comparisons outside, we have so many factors that influence ourselves that tell us that we're actually not doing well.
Yeah.
It is already there. And if someone comes and criticize ourselves, if we criticize ourselves, that would be too much on us. Don't you think?
Yeah, that can be right, but that criticism is a part of life. We need to accept that criticism also. It's not that we only accept the praises of the people because criticism builds us high. So why don't we
Right.
need to accept the criticism? That's a part of the life.
Right. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
like I said, it has to be very realistic. Now, if you look at me, give you an example, and I think इससे काफी ज़्यादा clear हो जाएगा. Okay. Now, any success of any sort depends on a lot of factors. It's not just about hard work.
Okay.
Okay. It's not just about working towards something. Market situations, to which family you're born, what was your environment earlier, what kind of values you took up, what kind of education you had, how much money do you have in pocket, or how much effort was given by your parents, by your family to raise you up. All of these things include, no, all these things affect how successful one person can get. It's not just about hard work. You see, people who are more privileged, have better chances of succeeding in life. That's the reality
Exactly.
when you talk about financial success,
Uh-huh.
right? So we need to be very realistic about certain things. Some people already had a head start. Some people start from scratch.
Yeah.
Now, if person who is starting from scratch is comparing himself to someone who started way ahead, person was way privileged, had all the resources to succeed. If this person is comparing himself to someone who already started way ahead, this person is bound to criticize himself too much. Right? So, looking at it realistically, this person has to realize that I am somewhere I did not have these many resources. So yes, I can work hard, but there are other factors also. So when you start to understand that there are too many factors in any kind of success, you criticize yourself a little less.
Okay.
And when you criticize yourself a little less, you build a healthy self-esteem.
Wow,
don't you think that makes
absolutely
sense?
right. Yeah, definitely. I literally loved it. You have explained it such in a good way. Exactly. Right. Absolutely right.
Let me ask you a question, Radhika. Do you believe in God?
Very well.
Do you believe that there are forces that are beyond our control?
Yeah, exactly. There are many, one thing, the supreme power that lies inside us. तो वही हमें चला रही है. So that's the main force, right?
Absolutely.
Which are pulling.
So, yes, please continue.
I mean, there's a one force, and that is called as soul. So which is pulling whole of our body, and which we are ignoring totally. We are only focusing our mind on our outer structure, our outer world, which we are not, right? We need to focus on our inner world, which lies inside us and which we are born with.
Right. But do you agree that everything that happens outside is not just determined by what we do, but there are other factors as well? Do you agree? Like, if I take up this, or if I take up this, do you know that each and everything has its own magnetic field?
Yeah,
everything has a magnetic field. Everything that's near you has an effect on you. So if you sit in a room that's empty, you'll have a clearer mind. If you're sitting in a room that's very much cluttered, you'll have a cluttered mind. At this kind of level, things are impacting us. It's not just about my will. Willpower is just one of the forces, right? So coming back to the topic, how can someone build a healthy self-esteem? Is by understanding that a lot of things are actually not in our hands, right? And when you do something, give your best. Criticize yourself in your efforts. But if you criticize yourself on the level of success that you've got, you're bound to have a negative self-esteem.
But Akshat, one point that comes over here is we all want success in terms of positivity. कि हम लोग हमेशा success को positive manner में चाहते हैं. We don't want success in terms of failure, right? कि हमारा जो भी we want to achieve in our life, we always want to see a success over there, not the failure one. So what do you say? Like, is we are criticizing our destination? Is we are criticizing our success by not seeing it as a failure?
I think we are trying to control everything too much.
That's the need of the hour. We need to control because we are so afraid of the failure. हमने इतना failure देख चुके हैं, so that's why we don't want any more failures in our life. So I don't think so. It's a bad point.
But is it possible to live without failures?
Why not?
Realistically,
it's my perception is to be successful in life, it's not important, and you need to fail in your life. Like what I have experienced, obviously, वो लोग बोलते हैं कि to be successful, you need to fail a lot in your life. But my perception is very different. Why we need to fail, man? Why we need to fail? If we can achieve milestones by only seeing the success, then why we need to see the negative side? That's already in our life a lot. Then why only a failure stigma we need to attach on our side ki we are failed, so that's why we have achieved this milestone. I don't wonder. I wonder this.
Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Right? What is success for you?
Just to find peace, just to meet with myself. The success is very well defined for me.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, in terms of that, whatever I want, I just get it. That's a materialistic success. That's absolutely I know. But what I want to get is what I want in terms of when I started believing in myself that जो मेरे को मेरे से जोड़े और वो मेरे को मेरे से जब जोड़ेगा कि जो मैं चाहती हूँ वो मुझे मिल जाए.
So that's what I'm asking. कि क्या चाहते हो? What is it that you want? What is success for you? When will you feel successful? I'll give you my example,
Uh-huh.
right? For me to feel successful, I need to have a balance between 6 different aspects of life. If I can balance my health, wealth, family, profession, social life, and spirituality, it's success for me. And I feel more successful than any other person out there. And it's different for everybody. That's the reason
Yeah.
I'm asking you. What is success for you?
Yeah, like as I've told you, I'm talking about materialistic success. The without materialistic success is just to know ourselves. That's the
Mm-hmm.
outer world. I'm not, if we talk about inner world, then just to find ourselves. And if I'm talking about the outer world, then whatever I get, whatever I wish for, I just get. So that's success for me. And that can be finding happiness even in the small things. I'm not talking about destination success. I'm talking about each and every routine, daily, whatever task we are doing. If we are just getting it, if we are getting a success over there, so that means a happiness for me. Success is equal to happiness, is equal to satisfaction for me. For whatever
Right.
things I feel satisfied, I feel success for that. I'm succeed in my life and succeed in the small steps.
That's superb. I think you haven't figured it out.
Actually, bolna and the practical way is very well different. If
Right.
we are succeeded in our life by finding a small happiness in the small things. But here again
Mhm.
comes one thing, that is, I guess, self-esteem. इधर आ जाता है कि we build an attitude over here कि हमें कि we are very well successful in our life, तो हमें एक ego आ जाती है. That's what we talk about, difference the self-esteem and ego. So, like,
Mhm.
how to reprogram ourselves in this way, ki not to have an ego, just to have the positive side of self-esteem. So, how to reprogram ourselves in this way?
So that would be a very difficult question to answer because I'm not really sure how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is, so everybody has some form of ego. Everybody has it, right?
And it's very
It's
well necessary.
humanly possible to remove it completely unless you're a saint or a monk. Okay, so I think when you fail a lot in your life, your ego just comes down. That's what I've observed. So if you would have met me 10 years ago, I would have been more egoistic person. But
Okay.
after failing at different ventures at different stages in my life, I realized my ego has come down a lot. So I think failing a lot helps us, bring down our ego and trusting that my success does not just depend on me, it depends on a lot of other factors, builds a healthy self-esteem. I think that's the best I can put it.
Actually, this is never ending talk, because self-esteem is something we are getting, that we are valuing our work without having ego. Whatever we are
Mhm.
praising, we don't have any kind of ego, and that's very rare to find in today's time. Right?
Right.
We can't find any person, and as per my opinion, ego is very well required. Why don't we need to have ego? Ego is very well required to have self-respect. If you don't have any kind of ego, the people will make fool of you, right? They start fooling you. So ego is very well required for in terms of self-respect. That's
I
whatever
think
I think.
self-respect and ego are two different things. Ego is overestimating your worth. Self-respect is how much you actually how much you
Worthy
actually
you
like
are.
yourself.
Huh.
Not worthy you are, how much you perceive yourself as worthy,
Okay.
right? Self-esteem. So I think we can put it better in a way that self-esteem is more of how good you perceive yourself to be, and ego is that when you perceive yourself, when you overestimate your worth. That's, I think, ego. That's
All
ego. Like मैं ऐसे बोलूंगा कि अगर मैं कुछ I've not done much but I show off more,
right.
right? I try to show off someone who I am not. That's ego. I'm
Okay.
trying to show off more than who I am. I think that would be ego. Or I'm trying to show off what I have achieved. That could also be a part of ego. But I think that's very natural for us to share our journey. But it's very important to understand हम किस intention से उस चीज को share कर रहे हैं. Right? Sometimes we share things on social media to get the applause, to satisfy our ego. Sometimes we genuinely share it because we genuinely feel happy about it. So I think अगर वो हम intention observe करेंगे, we'll be able to find out whether it's the ego that's running us or it's a genuine happiness that's running us.
But we never share the sad part of our life. The feeling part. So that's
So
again
it
come
depends.
over here.
it depends from people to people. I've shared a lot of sad parts of my life on social media. I'm sure you would have seen on LinkedIn. And there are a lot of content creators who are very authentic and they share everything about their life.
Okay. So, all right, Akshay. So, just lastly, there's one MCQ question, and you have to choose one option among the following. All right. So, the
Okay.
question is, what, as per your opinion, is the most important thing to learn in life? Number one is that, or you can adhere in life. Number one is that self-love, self-esteem, or self-confidence. There's a very, very minor difference between, among these three. So you have to choose
Mhm.
wisely any one option which you want to go for: self-love, self-esteem, or self-confidence.
Okay. So you gave me three options: self-love,
Self-esteem.
self-confidence, and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Right. I think a balance of all would.
No, there's no all of the above option. That's why I haven't given this option.
Mhm. I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
self-esteem would be the first and the most basic thing, because I think from self-esteem, self-love, and self-confidence would automatically come.
Okay, so you are prioritizing the self-esteem. But self-esteem, we can value ourselves when we love ourselves first. In today's time, we are saying that there's no authenticity at all present in us. We are faking, right?
Who is faking? Are you we? Are you talking about we, or who are you
No,
talking about?
I
I
mean,
am not
if
faking.
I mean, if we see any, we try to be someone else in front of the person. Say for an example, we do have Hindi accent or an English accent, and if I'm saying in front of the other person, तो हम उसके सामने कभी British accent में बोलने की बात करते हैं या English accent. मतलब I've just taken an example कि we try to hide ourselves जो हम हैं already. So for that,
Right.
first step is we need to love or accept ourselves what we are already. Right. Then comes the
Absolutely makes sense. But person would be able to love himself when he perceives himself as a good person.
yeah.
Right. That's again very contextual. One thing depends on the other. Right.
Yeah.
If I talk about my coaching programs, in my coaching programs, the first thing I make sure I tell people, since you mentioned about the accent thing, in my communication public speaking coaching, the first thing I make them do is become comfortable with who they are. They need to, they don't have to fake any kind of accent. Just speak the way they speak, and that's what builds authenticity. Right? If they accept themselves as they are, self-esteem goes up, self-esteem goes up, self-love goes up. Both these things goes up, confidence also goes up. So I think there's a very minute difference between the three. One thing feeds on the other.
Exactly, absolutely right. So, all right, Lakshat. So, we realize that just have your self-esteem, not having the ego side of that self-esteem, and you can prosper in your life. You can build, just start loving yourself, start accepting yourself, and that's the key towards the success.
Absolutely. And I would like to say a few things that can help anyone build a higher self-esteem. Okay. First thing is to accept that we don't control everything. We only control our actions.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing we need to realize. We need to accept that we are human beings and there are certain limitations to what we can do. And the universe is governed not by us or our wills or our desires. It works in its own way. So that's the first thing we need to understand. So that we stop trying to control everything that's happening outside. The second thing is turning inwards. Turning inwards means finding a guru, finding someone who can help you grow the spiritual ladder. When you start growing into the spiritual ladder, self-esteem automatically just blossoms. And finally, do something good for others. When you start working selflessly, do something good for others, you will automatically start loving yourself. You will automatically build a very good self-esteem. Right? Fourth, be a good human being. Always do the right thing. 4 steps will help anyone build better self-esteem.
Okay, so you can say these 4 steps makes the better version of yourself, right?
Absolutely.
The best way.
Absolutely.
Okay, Akshay, thank you so much. It's lovely to talk to you. Literally, you have given such a beautiful words that we can mesmerize it forever. Thank you so much. It's lovely to talk with you.
It was my pleasure to be here, Radhika. Thank you for inviting me.